Sweet freedom? Not you, Barkley. Cameron, out.
Hello, YouTube land, and welcome back to the Chaos Asylum. I am your host, Alex Payne, and today is another WWE Monday Night Raw reactions. Let's see what happens. So we kick off the show tonight. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. And we, excuse me, have Big Cass come out to new music, new everything. He's talking about last night and how he beat Enzo Amore pretty much like that. He was showing pictures of like what he did to him. Showed a video of Enzo could barely walk to the back to the trainer's room. Just bragging and bragging and bragging, right? Saying that he's the best. He's the best. He's eventually going to become Universal Champion, and when he does, he's going to rub it all in our face and shove it down our throats. And he said he didn't care if it's people from the bottom of the totem pole all the way up to the top, because he's telling everybody from the bottom to the top of the totem pole that pretty much he's giving them all warning, and that could happen to you. And he's 7 foot tall, and nobody could be at his level. No one can stand and look him in the eyes. Guess who comes out? The Big Show. No words were said. They got into a fight. Now Big Cass is beating up on Big Show for a little bit. Then Big Show came back, beat the shit out of Big Cass, going for the weapon of mass destruction, rolled out, went in the back. We're going to have an update of what happened to Braun Strowman last night when Roman Reigns pretty much beat the crap out of when he came out of the ambulance when he lost the match and speared Braun Strowman, threw him into the ambulance, locked the back of it, went into the back. Roman drove it, backed it into another thing, and then Braun came out all bloody and everything. He walked away, and Kurt Angle's going to give us an update on him. And Brock Lesnar retained the Universal title, and he's going to be live tonight also. And up next, it's going to be Elijah Sampson, the Drifter, taking on the leader of the Balor Club, Finn Balor. See what happens. So Sampson is already in the ring, and he's asking everybody to be quiet and hold their applause until he's done singing. And he wrote a song especially for Finn Balor. So he starts singing. Finn Balor comes out. Yeah, so then the match starts off. Sampson knocks him down, gets him down, beats him up a little bit. And then Finn Balor gets Sampson in a headlock. And he's holding on to him for a little bit. Sampson throws him off, elbows him. And then he throws him off the ropes again and does a reverse elbow, beats him up in the corner, throws him down. Then Sampson gets out of the ring. He gets thrown out of the ring. Commercial break. See what happens. So, we come back from commercial break. And then Balor is getting beat up by Sampson. Sampson's beating him up a little bit. And then Balor comes back. Starts hitting moves left and right. His sling blade. And then he's going for that one kick on the outside. And Sampson grabs his leg and whoop! Boom! Makes him land on that bad shoulder he messed up at Survivor from a SummerSlam last year. And whatnot. And he was holding it, and then Sampson, was working on it for a while. And then in the end, pretty much, what's his name? Finn Balor comes back. Sling blade. Drop kick in the corner. Coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. Yo boy. Finn Balor wins. He goes up the rampway, and the Hardy Boys come out. And the Hardy Boys are in action next. Tomorrow night, there's some controversy because there's a live show in Madison Square Garden, and SmackDown had, and AJ Styles won the United States Championship at a live show. Now, that's very rare that a champion loses their championship at a live show. It's very rare. It's like almost seeing a unicorn for the first time. Yes, it's that rare. And Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be going, I guess, up against, or facing off against, the Mr. Money in the Bank, Baron Corbin. See what happens. So the Hardy Boys are in the ring, and they're talking about how they lost last night, and they're stitched up, and bruised up, and sore, and they expect them to go away, and everybody in the back expects them to disappear and never come back and be obsolete! Delete! 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 Yes, and then Matt said he has a proclamation to say that the Hardy Boys are going nowhere, and that they're going to be there, and that they are a little broken. And Anderson and Gallows come out, and pretty much they talk some smack to him. Oh, you're not the old Hardy Boys anymore. You're just the old Hardy Boys. And he's like, okay, well, fine. We are all bruised up and everything, like I said. And well, she comes out here and have a match. So they did. Matt Hardy is in the ring against Carl Anderson. No, Luke Gallows, sorry. And he's got Luke Gallows. He got Matt Hardy in the turnbuckle, punching him. And Matt gets out of the corner. He beats him up, throws him outside the ring, and Carl Anderson comes running in, double team suplex. And then pretty much Luke Gallows gets the poetry in motion. Commercial break. So we come back from commercial break, and the Hardy Boys are getting dominated against Carl Anderson. Jeff comes back, gets a couple moves together, tags in Matt. Matt gets in. He's dominating everybody, going for a side effect, and then he goes for the elbow drop. He hits the Luke Gallows off the turnbuckle pad, hits the ropes, hits a move, goes for a twist of fate, gets pushed off, kicked in the back of the head by Luke Gallows. Jeff's over in the corner, still hurt from the, what is it called? They call it the Shattered Dream. No, Magic Killer. No, Boot of Doom. I'm sorry. Yes, the Boot of Doom. And then pretty much they hit the Magic Killer on Matt. 1, 2, 3. Jeff tries to break it up, but he's too late. The club wins, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and then the return of the Revival. They go and beat the crap out of Matt and Jeff. Jeff gets a flying knee to the head, and then Jeff gets the Shattered Machine and whatnot. And I guess up next, Miz TV presents the Mizzies. What? Let's find out. So, The Miz does his Mizzy Awards, of course, you know. The Miz's entourage, Bo Dallas, and Kurt Axel get an award. Maurice gets an award. He gets an award. You know, they get all these awards. And then he starts talking crap about like how everybody at Great Balls of Fire pretty much lost. Like the Hardy Boys and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose and all these guys. And then Dean comes out and he's like, oh, don't worry, guys. He just wants to talk. Has the microphone like this. Dean just gets and starts beating him up. And then Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas starts beating up on Miz. And then here comes Seth Rollins to come help him out. They pretty much clear the ring and they all run away. Like, what's going on here? There's a lot going on. Like I said, an update on Braun Strowman. Brock Lesnar is going to be live. A tag team match in the women's division will be Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on Nia Jax and the Raw Women's Champion, the Harley Quinn of WWE, Alexa Bliss. So, pretty much what happens now in the Women's Championship Tag Team... I'm not Championship, I don't know why I said that. The Women's Tag Team match, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax taking on Sasha Banks and Bayley. Of course, it was Alexa Bliss and Bayley. Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss in the ring, and they're just doing a lot of running around and whatnot, and then tags in Nia Jax, and then she's like, I want her, get her in. She's like, no. So Nia Jax throws Sasha off her, and then Bayley tags in, gets a couple moves in. Chase happens outside, gets back in the ring. Nia Jax grabs a hold of Sasha Banks. Bayley gets clips Nia in the back of the leg with a diving elbow drop. They both roll out of the ring and went to commercial break. So come back from commercial break, and Bayley is dominating against Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss tags back in Nia Jax. Nia Jax gets in, she starts dominating. They start dominating against her. She gets, Sasha Banks back in. Sasha Banks comes in, Little Spitfire gets a couple moves in, then she gets dominated against tags. Back in Bailey. She rolls outside the ring, and Nia Jax is out too. She's all like, boom, and Nia Jax misses because she's trying to squish her on the outside to the barricade. And then Bailey does just a fruit roll up, 1, 2, 3, and pins the Raw Women's Champion. They walk away. So, there's a match between R-Truth and Goldust. And so, Goldust was dominating for a little bit, and then R-Truth came back, beat him up, did a couple moves, his scissors kick, 1, 2, Goldust kicks out, then Goldust gets up, throws R-Truth into the corner, into the post, turns around, final cut, 1, 2, 3, Goldust wins. Up next, Brock Lesnar, live. There's a lot to cover during this, guys, okay? So, Kurt Angle comes out and says that nobody has seen Braun Strowman. He's disappeared like the mist into the sky, a cloud in the sky, anything. So, then he calls out pretty much, the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. So then he gets in the ring and says, congratulations on defending your title last night. We need to discuss who you're going to face at SummerSlam. And then Roman Reigns comes out, says, well, that'll be me. Yeah, hey, yeah. And then Samoa Joe comes out, oh, no, let's get back to reality. And then it just started disrespecting each other and whatnot. And then it just came down to, legit Kurt Angle going, you know what, fine, this is what's going to happen. Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, next week you two will face off. The winner of that match will face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship, and your main event tonight is a rematch from last night. Seth Rollins, the Architect, the King Slayer, taking on the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. We're here. I know, right? It was terrible. It didn't even work. Man! So there's a Cruiserweight match. Noah Indar and this other guy taking on Neville, and I don't got everybody's name. The dude that's dating Alicia Fox, and Noah Indar. Noah Indar is the one dating Alicia Fox. Duh. It's just pretty much, oh gosh, a basic Cruiserweight match. Neville's in. He was beating the crap out of the one dude. Went to a commercial break. Just really did. It's a hard knock life for us. That's constipated. I'm kidding. So the tag team match continues, and Neville and oh God, I'm so tired. My head is not working. And Alexander on top rope. He falls off. Neville falls off. Crotch right on the turnbuckle. And then Tetsuya Cesaro, I don't freaking know the guy's name. It's a Japanese name. Comes running and kicks the top of the rope. Makes him fall off. He does his finishing move. 1, 2, 3. And pins the Cruiserweight Champion. Next matchup, main event time. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. We're here. So there's an interview with Seth Rollins, and he's talking about how he was, Seth Rollins was talking about how he got the black eye from last night, and how Bray Wyatt beat him, and how he didn't go out there to aid Dean Ambrose tonight. He's going out there to shut up the Miz's mouth, and he thought he did a pretty good job of doing it. And whatnot. So then Bray Wyatt cuts a really good promo like he does. I love Bray Wyatt's promos, and he's talking about how dare you take your eyes off me? You think that you could you could turn back the hands of time and go fix everything you've done for your betrayal? No, Seth, you're going to burn for your betrayal, burn for the sins that you have done. Seth Rollins, I'm here. So the match starts off between Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. And Bray Wyatt is beating the crap out of Seth Rollins. Tries to poke him in the eye again. Nope, not this time. He's like, no, you don't, mother trucker. Starts beating the crap out of Seth starts beating the crap out of Bray Wyatt. Excuse me. Bray Wyatt in the corner. Referee gets him out there. They exchange, back and forth. And then on the outside, Bray Wyatt comes running at Seth against the what's it called? The steel post knee. Seth moves out of the way, bam, hits his hand, and then Seth starts working on his hand, on Bray Wyatt's hand, and it's like hurting bad. Seth goes to the outside to go for a springboard move, gets caught in a Uranagi. Bray Wyatt falls into the corner. Falls to the corner, and we go to commercial break. So the main event comes back from commercial break, and Seth Rollins is beating up on Bray Wyatt. And these guys are throwing bombs at each other, reversing, finishing moves, and moves so well that they know from each other. And pretty much in the end, Bray Wyatt wins the match with a headbutt to the bad eye. Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3. Follow the buzz as he disappears. The Miz and the Miz Mirage comes out, starts beating up on Seth Rollins and whatnot. Out of nowhere, here comes Dean Ambrose with a chair, wiping everybody out. That's how Raw ended. No, not really. Sorry. It goes backstage with Kurt Angle on the phone, saying, yeah, you come to Monday Night Raw with me, and we'll say this together. Yeah. We're going to tell the whole world together. I hope you're proud of me like I am of you. I love you. What? So we'll find out next week what's going on with Kurt Angle and what all these secrets are about, and who will be facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship. What'd you guys think of Monday Night Raw? Did you like it? Did you think it sucked? Leave it in the comments below. And I'd like to say hello to all the new subscribers out there, and welcome to the Chaos Asylum. So like always, share this video, leave a comment, hit the like button. If you haven't done it already, smash that subscribe button. Later.